I want to bring someone in who knows Diddy personally. Susie Siegel was his former assistant during the time that he began dating Cassie Ventura, the singer. And I should note, you became his assistant as a part of the reality show to work for him.
I did.
Everyone remembers watching that. I mean, first, what is it like for you to see this video that came out today?
I felt sick, and I felt violently angry, and I felt like I'm sure a lot of men and women feel looking at that video, that it's so disturbing that the video doesn't lie.
I mean, when I watched it, what stood out to me initially after Elizabeth Wagmeister got it was she's barefoot in the beginning. And it's like she was so quickly running out of the room to get to the elevator that she didn't even put her shoes on yet.
I mean, that's terror. That's what you would do if there was a fire, right? You would just run out, grab what you could. So I can only imagine looking at that, the fear that she felt she had to get out of that room in bare feet in order to be safe or protect herself.
I mean, you worked closely with him.
I did. I was his assistant between 2008 and 2009, and they were dating when I worked for him.
And what was he like, and what did you observe about them at this time?
I observed nothing that would lead me to believe, or there was no scuttlebutt about it. I never saw him speak harshly to her or be abusive toward her or anything like that. I rode in the limos with them. I went to parties with them. I guess what I would say is, even though I never saw anything that could corroborate what's in that lawsuit and what we just saw, there was not one cell in my body that was surprised.
Why not?
It's going to sound a little bit weird because I don't have any facts, right? And nobody's going to call me to testify. But I would say that it's woman's intuition. I would say that I was around him a lot, and I got a feeling for who he was. I didn't see anything that could get him in trouble. But I think that the power dynamic in a situation like that, especially her at the beginning of her career, so young and beautiful and talented, and she hooked herself or became involved with somebody who had so much power. And I felt that working for him. I'm sure the whole team felt that. And I mean, that's right, he's a mogul, so of course he's the big boss. But I think that you could imagine, certainly in my interactions with him, you could imagine how that would dissipate and sort of seep into every aspect of his life, and especially his relationships.
Yeah, because, I mean, she was 19, I believe, and he was 37 when they first began dating.
Right. So imagine how that would be, and then he's rich, and not only is he rich, but he controls your career. And all you want in your career, right, is she's an artist. She wants to make music. She really was an artist, is an artist. And now all of a sudden, she's with somebody who could make that happen for her, and it doesn't happen.
So it wasn't anything specific. You got a strange, uncomfortable feeling from him?
I mean, I think it's more to do with the way that he treated people. Again, nobody was mistreated that I saw. I didn't feel mistreated, but it was very clear to me. Again, this is intuition, right? This is what we pick up as women and humans who are smart and have been around. He just didn't see your humanity when he looked at you. It felt very obvious to me that everyone was just sort of there to be used, that he can get the most out of you. For example, I went to go work for him. I'm a pretty senior person. It was sort of an odd thing. I have a fancy master's degree, whatever, who cares? But it was, he wanted to get me for as cheaply as he could. And most people would just dive in and take it, right? Because you think that you're going to get something by working for him.
And I wonder how that video, which, he denied a lot these allegations, and those allegations were in the lawsuit. I mean, he's facing 5 other civil lawsuits that are accusing him of a range of sexual misconduct and illegal activity. Everyone remembers the raid at his homes in Miami and New York, where it was the part of the Department of Homeland Security that deals with human trafficking. And I should note, he hasn't been charged with anything.
Of course.
They've maintained that he hasn't done anything wrong. But, it must be really strange to see what we see now in black and white on that video, and to be someone who had worked for him.
Well, there you go. That's how you know that your intuition is right? I didn't see that proof. Obviously, I saw it with the rest of America today. But when I saw it, I knew that that was something that he could be capable of. And he's a genius. He's brilliant. He's one of the best minds I've ever been around. But I think when the power differential is so awful and you just can get away with anything that you want.